Cosmic Encounter is my second favorite board game of all time. And these are my top 5 favorite cards and Cax's top 5 favorite cards. Welcome to Legendary Tactics.
Awesome.
Okay.
Second favorite game.
Second favorite game of all time.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this game.
Love this game.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome. Well,
so replayable, so awesome. You can see a huge stack of all the cards in front of us.
Man, tons of aliens to choose from in this game, and I do like this game. I'm not gonna lie, I like this game.
It's a great social game. So
very much.
I think there's about 268 alien powers to choose from. Now, actually, when you actually play, you're meant to draw some cards, and then out of those, you choose your alien. So
yeah. We're never gonna. Yeah.
Most people I know cheat, and they just take the alien they want to.
Their favorites. Yeah. So we're gonna look at some of our favorites today, right?
It's more house rules than cheating.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Why not?
So let's look at our favorites.
All right. You want to start with number 5?
Let's begin. So in this game, you'll probably notice that a lot of the ones that I've chosen tend to mess with the dynamic of the game and make it a lot more unpredictable. And that is no exception for my first card, the Sorcerer. So this is a green power, which means it's easy to use.
Easy to learn.
It's really simple. Both people lay down their encounter cards, and then the Sorcerer gets a last-minute chance to switch the cards if they want. Which is an incredible power because you can lay down a terrible card and swap it, but you don't have to. So you
could also play a good card and not switch.
it. So
brilliant.
What it does is it takes the weak cards in your hand and it makes them strong.
Right. Exactly. Great ability.
It's amazing.
Great ability.
So how about you?
Okay, well, I kind of went all over the place. There, and I did like to mix it up. So I started with Oracle.
Oh, nice.
Speaking, of messing with hands and everything else. So you have to be able to foresee your opponent. You get to see your opponent's card first. They have to reveal it, and then you get to play.
That's right. So
kind of powerful ability.
Yes.
Right?
That's right. But remember, this is before encounter cards are selected.
Right.
Then they have to play theirs up. So
yeah. So there is that, but you can see the foresee cards.
Very cool.
Love it.
Yeah, I love that too. That it adds a bit more predictability. Okay, the Parasite is my number 4. So the Parasite is so freaking annoying to play against because when somebody goes to battle, you just say, I think I'll help you out in this fight, and you become their ally against their will.
Their will. They must join you.
And honestly, to get a victory condition in the game, it's fantastic. People can't stop you. You just keep leeching on to everybody. One ship.
Just draw them in. You must join me. You're like, I will!
So it breaks the negotiation of the game because they don't get to negotiate. You just do what you want.
There isn't any. You just decide.
It's a blast.
Who comes with you.
That's a green power. And
love it. Yeah.
I love too how they say you have the power to infest.
It's so parasitic. All right, so moving on to my number 4. You know what? Something a little different. The Healer.
Oh, very magnanimous
the Healer.
of you.
Well,
what do you do?
So in this case, what you can do is you have the power to heal, of course. So when a player loses their ship to the warp, or has the game is removed from the game, you may use the power to return all the ships that they just lost, and earn a card from the deck.
That's so sweet.
So what you're doing here is your relationship building.
Yes.
Okay, it is a hardcore relationship build. You're making a lot of allies.
You're also helping your opponents win.
Yep, one alliance at a time, right? And then what you do is right at the very end, you cutthroat it, you go right up the middle.
So I've actually played a game with my kids, and my daughter loved this card.
Really?
She just wanted to help people.
She's so kind.
She had a very different play style, very different from your play style.
Right.
So I'm actually frankly surprised you chose this card.
Well, you know what? You got to mix it up.
For sure. Now, before we forget,
keep on their toes.
If you have favorite Cosmic Encounter,
please,
alien powers,
down below, right? You know where to
put them. Put them in there.
And like and subscribe while you're there. Why not?
Absolutely. My number 3 card
the Magician.
Is the Magician.
Excellent.
So you have the power of prestidigitation, which
we'll get there.
Is sleight of hand. They should just written sleight of hand. No one could read prestidigitation. So, anyways, before encounter cards are selected, you force your opponent to play 2 encounter cards face down, and then you choose one of the 2 cards at random and add it to your hand. So when they're playing cards, I mean, it's probably in their best interest to play 2 terrible cards, but then they also have terrible cards.
A 1 and a 2.
So then you add it to your hand, and then you play an encounter card from your hand. So if they give you a bad card, you just play a better card to beat them.
And then you keep going.
Right? So this power...
Now, do not use with the Oracle.
Don't use with the Oracle, because...
And there was the Oracle. Like, look at of all the luck. Literally, out of 10 cards.
Yes.
And you were already stumped by one of mine. Okay? I blocked you.
Yeah.
With my number 5, right?
Well,
look at that.
Let's see, my Magician would be up against your...
My Oracle beat your Magician.
Well, they're in a different lineup. So
I know that's true.
that's who they're up against.
Well, let's just take a gander with the barbarian.
Ooh, tell me about that. Looting and pillaging.
I can loot, I can pillage. As the offense, after you win it, now you got to win an encounter. That's the key. But if you do, Bob's your uncle, okay? Because you get to loot and pillage your opponent's hand.
So you take your hand and look at it.
Look at it, take what you want.
That's right.
You're
Okay.
the barbarian. Right
Wow.
now,
Okay.
you only get as many cards as you win as
wow.
ships.
Afterward, discard the remainder of your opponent's
And then
hand.
you trash the rest, right?
Oh, so if somebody's got a good hand, you're just...
It's gone. It's
So
gone. You got to win, though. You got to win the encounter. But I think after you
That's
win your
cool.
first one,
Yes.
you are rolling.
Oh,
right?
nice.
So very, very cool ability. Barbarian.
So interesting, we've got 4 green powers, 1 yellow, 1 red. So
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays
on
out, eh?
to the number 2.
And another green
loser.
That's him! It's in
It is
his
me.
list!
It
He
is
put it
me.
in his list!
When I'm the loser, I actually win. So that's what's great about it.
Reversal.
Yeah, you have the power of upset. So as main
Winners-
player, before
Winners
encounter-
lose. Winner,
Yeah, so you have to-
winner loses and losers win.
You have to announce it ahead of time. You say, I think whoever loses wins this time. And this one
then-
just frustrates your opponent so much because you
Messes with the meta.
you get to
Messes with the game
decide
dynamic.
are your cards strong or not strong, and
Right.
it's almost the same power as we have over this one here.
Right, similar
So,
to the sorcerer.
Yeah,
Right, I like it. I love it though, and I could totally
it
see
too.
that being yours. That's your game style.
it's
right
perfect.
there.
Oh, actually, my number 1 is my game style, but we'll get there.
It's not the butler.
Yeah, it's not, no, it should be the butler.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so-
I hate the butler.
My favorite card, which I unfortunately don't have in this pile, is the Butler. But not because it's a good card, only because we made him play as the Butler.
I had to do so
He had
much
to do our
manual
bidding.
labor.
It was
I had like
amazing.
wash dishes and like tie shoes. It was awful.
It was perfect. Who's your number 2?
The mirror.
Oh,
mirror.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
So a similar power of reversal, actually. Okay.
And what are you
as a
reversing
main
here?
player, after an encounter cards are played, but before they're revealed,
Yeah.
I can use this power to call for reversal.
Right. So a 15 would become a 51.
Right. And 8 becomes 80.
That's right. And
0, 8
the
is
key
80.
with this is that it's after encounter cards are played. So you see what's on the table, and then you decide.
Before they're showing though, you have to make up your mind, right?
Right.
So you kind of have to go in and then
Oh,
think,
okay,
yeah,
right.
yeah. But they're face down. Everyone's been it's been picked.
Good. So you
But-
know what you've got, you don't know what they have.
Mind games. You
Yes.
would like this one, I think.
Absolutely.
I
I
was
would
maybe
like
an
that.
honorary
I
mention
like
for
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never actually played as the Barbarian either, but that sounds fun.
you. Oh yeah. That's
So,
okay. And
We're on
please,
to our number 1.
your number
Okay.
one, the best.
This one is great. I'm the gambler.
The
It's a
gambler.
red.
He's a
The
gambling man. Oh boy, bluffs
So-
about a card. Oh, and it's a red.
It's a red.
Red ability.
So the power to bluff. So after your opponent reveals their encounter card, you may use this power to keep yours face down instead of stating what it is.
Yes.
So I lay my card down and I say, it's a 40. And then you have to call my bluff or not.
It might be a 40.
It might be a 40. So
It
a little
could
bit
be-
like cockroach poker.
be a 4. Oh.
Be a 4. And
Interesting.
if you lose, if you're right, then I lose the number of ships in the encounter, but not in that encounter. I mean elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
And if they're wrong, then they lose that number of ships.
Oh.
So that's super cool. You can't play it with the sorcerer though. So these
Look
two,
at you! Look at us!
They don't
we
go along.
jammed up 2 different people in this
we have-
game,
yeah, they're just broken. when
and
you play
notice
them
they're on
together.
your side.
They are for sure because they're both broken powers. They're so awesome
They're okay. Fair point.
for sure.
Point.
And
All right.
our final number 1.
And the number 1 on the list, zombie.
Oh wow!
The power
a
of
very
immortality.
Passive selection.
I'm
Number
immortal,
1.
man. It's immortal. You don't.
You
You
are.
can't
That's
lose. I don't know.
You just keep.
Whenever
coming
you
back.
do lose and
Yeah.
ships go to the warp, no, they just go back to your home base. Keep going.
And it
like
always-
like nothing happened.
I actually love this one for new players. So when I play with kids, especially, they love discovering that they can send their people out willy nilly.
Doesn't matter.
They die
Win,
and they just get them back.
Win, lose or draw.
For sure.
You're coming home.
But you're making enemies though, because everybody starts to say, "What? You can't die."
Ah, wait for it. Paragraph 2.
Right, yes.
In addition, you may free any player's ships from the warp
So you can be.
back to colonies he or she has as part of a deal.
So you can be a benevolent zombie.
Strike a deal. It's kind of like actually in the same vein as my healer, but more powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is very pleasant of you to choose such kind.
You know
powers.
what? I tried to go. Yeah, I tried to go with
Yeah.
a little misdirect and then kindness.
And I tried to go with just mess them up as much as possible. Flip
play-
everything
play
upside
mind
down.
games. I love it. But
this
you know
one,
what?
This one should have been on my team.
Definitely.
But
Definitely.
that's
But you know what though?
good.
2 different ways to play Cosmic Encounter. There is no wrong way, really.
There isn't.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
From
And-
the butler to the barbarian. Okay? And everything in between.
And if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate that.
Tip of the cap.
Funny enough, like we made this channel 3 years ago, and we haven't really covered Cosmic Encounter very much.
No, and it's your second favorite game of all time.
And we finally decided it's time to get this one into the studio.
To the table, we're playing it.
We need to play this game too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gameplay.
Awesome.
Gotta get that going.
Thanks so much for coming. We really appreciate you being here.
And don't forget
to get out there,
get legendary,
and be gaming.